The title and thumbnail of this video, it's not clickbait. Let me explain. First, let's run through all the details from the original iCarly. During the course of the original show, Carly's mom never appears and she's never even mentioned. It goes to the extent that there aren't even pictures of Carly's mom around the apartment or anything. There is, however, one very subtle indirect hint about Carly's mom. In the 5th episode of the first season, in I Wanna Stay with Spencer, Spencer is threatened not to be fit to be the legal guardian of Carly, and at that point, the next option is Grandpa Shay, as Carly's dad is in the Navy. So Carly's mom is not even a possibility. By the ending of the original, Carly's mom is still a complete mystery, but in the years past the original, we now have some crucial moments that can paint a more complete picture about Carly's mom. Let me present 3 points that lead me to the likely conclusion that Carly's mom is dead. The first time Carly's mom is ever mentioned on screen is in an episode of Sam and Cat, an iCarly spin-off, where Neville says, "How come we've never heard anything from Carly's mother?"
How come we never heard anything about Carly's mother? All right.
This is a confirmation that, in the iCarly world, the general public and even iCarly's biggest enemy don't know anything about iCarly's mom. It also hints towards Carly's mother's absence being something that happened probably way before the web show's existence. Point B. The next time iCarly's mom is mentioned is in a different show, The Revival, and in the very first episode, Carly is asked about her mom, to which she staggeringly replies as follows, let's go back to my dad.
What's your mom like?
Let's go back to my dad.
To me, it feels like those two words should be followed as such. I never really knew my mom, or I don't know. There is still mystery there as to what she could say. But the next point, to me, is the nail in the coffin around the mystery of Carly's mom. Point 3. This isn't the last time Carly talks about her family, and there is this one scene, which we once again have Grandpa Shay to thank for, where Carly explicitly mentions that, and quote, "He's like the only family we have." And Spencer says, "He's not the only family we have Dad."
He's like the only family we have.
He's not the only family we have. We also have Dad.
And then Spencer says this.
And that lady who claimed to be our sister right when she needed a kidney.
To me, this is it. Carly and Spencer both admit that the only family they have is Dad and Granddad. Spencer extends this by mentioning someone who claimed to be a relative. Surely he would have mentioned Mom before going to this other option. That's my case for why I think Carly's mom is dead, but that doesn't mean there can't be other theories, even though I think the most likely one is that she's dead. Let's deep this a little more with some other theories and notes. First, we don't even know that Carly and Spencer have the same mother. We only know that they have the same dad. If they do have different mothers, that would explain the relatively huge age gap. It's fairly common for step-siblings to have a large age gap, but it's not as common for regular siblings. But let's just say they have the same mom. Spencer and Carly have around a 15-year age gap, and if Carly and Spencer have the same mother, then she would have been around up until at least when Spencer was 15. Spencer would have been able to tell Carly all about her mom and have plenty of pictures too. It feels strange that she isn't ever mentioned in that scenario, but maybe Spencer took the responsibility of raising Carly after their mom died in childbirth, or soon after. There is some evidence of this as well, as Spencer and Carly are known to have been in the same Shay apartment together when Carly was around 8 or so. We saw her in a flashback in I Dragged Him. But I actually believe that they have different moms, and Spencer does actually mention his mom once in a joking manner when Miss Benson orders him to do something.
You have a stain on your shirt. Go put on a fresh one.
But you're not my mother.
I'll put on a clean shirt.
He doesn't seem bothered about mentioning his mom, so maybe Spencer just isn't as close with his mom anymore and moved out early enough to take the task of raising Carly. It would make a lot more sense to me why Carly's mom isn't ever mentioned, because Spencer didn't know her either, because maybe Carly's mom died during childbirth or soon after, and then you have the same scenario I mentioned earlier with Spencer raising Carly. But let's just say that Carly's mom isn't dead, just for fun. But in that case, I'd say that Spencer is definitely Carly's stepbrother. Maybe Carly's mom just walked out on her or disappeared. One really interesting theory that I've been seeing is that Carly's mom is an undercover spy. Now, this could work, maybe, but it still feels like that ends up with her being dead somehow. Her working undercover for the military would explain how Carly's mom met Mr. Shay. Maybe they work together, and as we know, Mr. Shay's work is very secret, as explained in an episode of iCarly. And maybe they meet from time to time, and maybe that's where their kids have a 15-year age gap. iCarly's mom is so undercover that she can't even meet with her kids. But I still feel that with all of this, I don't think Carly would have said, this is pretty much the only family we got. I feel like with her mom somewhere in the world, she wouldn't have said that. To conclude, I hate to bring the bad news, but I could not state what I believed was the case. Carly's mom is almost definitely dead. Although it is possible Carly's mom is out there, I just think it's wildly improbable. And also, I believe that Carly and Spencer are probably step-siblings. It just feels too unlikely that Spencer would never mention mom having known her at least 15 years. But let me know what your theories are and if I missed anything. Subscribe for more of the same daily, and thank you for watching the Third Win channel.